today we're going to continue learning about money, and if you hear other sounds in the house, don't worry about it. Other people live here too, my family and pets, and sometimes we can be a little bit noisy. Okay, before we do this worksheet here, why don't you see if you have some coins, and then you can use them to help you match and count. And when we talk about one of these, you can match with what you have at home. Ready? Let's talk about what these coins are down here. First we have this one. This one's the only one that's a really a different color. And this is a penny. And it is worth 1 cent. Sometimes we call them pennies, sometimes we just call them cents. Do you remember what this one is? It starts with an N. Nickel. Nickel, there you go. You had it all along. A nickel, and a nickel is worth, show me on your fingers. Yep. 5 cents. And remember, this little C with a line through it is our symbol for cents. How about this one? This one's smaller, so you'd think it would be worth less, but it's not. It is worth more than these. This is a dime. You didn't even need that hint, did you? And a dime is worth 10 cents. Dimes are my favorite because I love to count by tens, and dimes are 10 cents each. This is the one down here that's worth the most so far, and it's a quarter. And I don't know if you can see it, but you can see that it says $quarter here. And just that Q and U can give you a hint that it's a quarter, even if it's hard to read the rest of that. And a quarter is worth 25 cents. Okay, let's see if we can match these pictures to what the value is. They've done the first one for us. The first one is a dime, and they've matched it to 10 cents. I'm just going to try to trace that as best I can. I know you don't have these papers in front of you, but if you watch it and you do it with me, and when we come to the coin, you hold it up and you say dime and you say 10 cents, that is still learning, even if you're not writing it down. Some of these I might ask you to write down, but when we're matching, that's a little hard to write down. We're not going to worry about it. Okay, what is this one here? It's a little small, which is why I put these down here, because you can see that if you look closely, that's got President Lincoln on it, and you can't tell that it's a different color, but it's this one right here. Yes, it's the penny, and it is worth, aha, there we go. This is a nickel. It's right down here, nickel, and it is, oh, it says right here 5 cents. So we'll just draw the line to the 5. Well, there's, oh my goodness. Okay, there's not a, I was thinking, where does it say 25 over here? It doesn't. They want us to match the front to the back. Well, that's a little tricky, and that caught me by surprise. I'm going to write 25 cents down. And I'm going to draw a line from the front to the back. Now there's only one choice left, but I don't want you to choose it just because it's the last choice. Let's count the pennies. Count with me. 1, 2. Okay, now we can draw the line. 2 cents. We're going to use counting on to count money. Okay, before we do that, they've already done this. This is a nickel, and a nickel is 5. This is a penny. I'm going to just write +1 by all of the pennies to remind me that I'm just adding 1 when I count on. And it's just like counting on a number line or counting up to 10. 5, add 1 is 6. We have 6, we add 1, just like fingers. 6 fingers, you add 1. How many do you have? 7. 7, add 1. You got this. 8. 8, add 1. 9. So this back here, there's not another penny. This says in all. It's very small. And that means how much money do we have in all here? Well, you're right. We can just look at this last number and we can just write it right over here. We have 9 cents. Let's try this page. This page has, well, it says right up here, it says it has pennies and nickels. But you know, before we do this, I think it might be good to count by 5s. I'm trying to remember which paper has it up here, not that one. Let's start with the number 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, we're almost there, 75, 80, don't give up now, 85, 90, 95, 100. Did you notice a pattern there? I sure did. I noticed that we just kept jumping back and forth from 5 to 10 to 15 to 20 to 25 to 30 to 35 to 40, all the way down. Do you see that pattern? Counting by 5s, it's either going to end in a 5 or it's going to end in a 0. That's very interesting. Okay, let's go back to our lesson. We did that one. There we go. Because with nickels, we do a lot of counting by 5s. Let's review real quick what these are. Well, it says pennies and nickels. Here are the nickels, and they are worth 5 cents each. And the pennies are worth 1 cent each. So there's 2 here, so that would be 2 cents. Let's try this. We're going to count by 5s. I'm going to put a check mark after each one so I know we've counted it. 5. I guess I should write it down here first. 5, 10, 10. 15, now we're at 15, 20. So how much money do we have altogether in this top row? You're right, we have 20 cents in all. Let's try this one. This time we've got some nickels and we've got some pennies. So we're going to have to be sharp on this one. Okay? 5, let me put a 5 here, 5 plus 5, well, it's like counting by 5s, 5, 10, okay, so 10, one more, 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, oh, and these are worth 1, so 15 plus 1, 16, 16 plus 1, 17. How many do we have in all? These 2 little words say in all. Well, we have 17 cents in all. Well, here's a little toy pickup that costs 8 cents. Does that match how much money we have? Or how much do we need? How much do we need? I always like to start with the biggest coin. Okay, and nickel is 5. So if there's, I'm just going to write it down. I've got 5 cents. So I'm going to circle that. If I want change back, well, I guess I could use 2 nickels and I would get some change back. But I think we're trying to get exact change here. So let's count by 5. Let's start with a 5 and then count by ones using these pennies until we get to 8. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, well, that's it. We got to 8. And that was 5 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So 5 plus 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7, plus 1 is 8. Whew. Good job. And that was pennies and nickels.